Why do fantasy fans and history buffs get so excited about legendary swords? Because they're more than just metal, they're pure magic. Today we're counting down the top 10 legendary swords, and trust me, you won't believe the mystery surrounding them. Number 10. Durandal, the indestructible sword. Imagine a sword so powerful it could never break. That's Durandal, the legendary weapon of Roland, one of Charlemagne's greatest knights. Legend says this sword was gifted by an angel and contained relics like a tooth of St. Peter and a strand of Mary's hair. When Roland found himself outnumbered in battle, he refused to let the sword fall into enemy hands. Instead, he tried to shatter it against a rock, but Durandal was unbreakable. Some say it still lies embedded in a cliff in Rocamadour, France, waiting for the next hero to claim it. Number 9. The Sword of Goujian. Imagine a sword surviving over 2,500 years without rusting. Sounds impossible, right? But the Sword of Goujian, unearthed in 1965 from an ancient tomb in China, defies science. Despite being buried for centuries, when archaeologists pulled it out, it was still razor sharp. Tests revealed a unique anti-rust coating and high-quality craftsmanship, proving that ancient Chinese metallurgy was ahead of its time. Oh, and by the way, the sword belonged to King Goujian of Yue, who used it to reclaim his throne. Talk about a weapon of destiny. Number 8. Joyeuse. Joyeuse, the sword of Charlemagne, was said to change colors and shine so brightly that it blinded enemies. This legendary blade became a symbol of power and was eventually used in the coronations of French kings. Number 7. The Wallace sword. The Wallace sword belonged to Sir William Wallace, the Scottish hero who led his people against English rule in the 13th century. Although some doubt its authenticity, the sword remains a powerful symbol of Scottish resistance and can be seen at the National Wallace Monument in Stirling, Scotland. Number 6. The Honjo Masamune. The Honjo Masamune is considered Masamune's greatest masterpiece, a katana so perfectly crafted that it symbolized the shogunate's power for centuries. But here's the mystery. It vanished after World War II. Since then, it's completely disappeared. Number 5. The Sword of St. Galgano. St. Galgano, a 12th century knight, claimed to have had a vision telling him to give up his violent ways. To prove his devotion, he plunged his sword into a rock, and it stuck like Excalibur. So maybe, just maybe, the Excalibur legend was inspired by this real-life miracle. Number 4. Zulfikar. Zulfikar was given by the Prophet Muhammad to his cousin and top warrior Ali ibn Abi Talib, and was said to be a sword of justice and divine strength. It's often depicted as a split-bladed weapon, though no one knows exactly what it looked like. What's certain is that Ali wielded it in multiple battles, turning the tide of war with its might. Today, Zulfikar remains a symbol of courage and righteousness in Islamic culture, with its famous phrase, "There is no hero like Ali, and no sword like Zulfikar." Number 3. Excalibur. Excalibur, the legendary sword of King Arthur. Whether he pulled it from a stone or received it from the Lady of the Lake, Excalibur was said to grant unstoppable power to whoever wielded it. Historians debate whether Excalibur was real or just a myth woven into Arthurian legend. Number 2. The Ulfbert swords. The Ulfbert swords found across Europe were so advanced that they shouldn't have existed in the 9th century. These Viking swords were made of metal so pure that Europe wouldn't figure out how to replicate it for another 500 years. Either way, these swords are engineering marvels, and proof that history still holds secrets we've yet to uncover. Which of these legendary swords would you wield? So which one impressed you the most? Would you go for Excalibur's mythical power, the Honjo Masamune's perfect craftsmanship, or the Ulfbert sword's mystery and technology? Let me know in the comments, and if you enjoyed this deep dive into history, be sure to like, subscribe, and check out our other videos. Who knows, maybe someday we'll find another lost legendary sword and rewrite history once again.